Started. So hi and welcome to our team call. I am so excited. It's the last one of October. Can y'all even believe that it's basically November, which means it's basically Christmas, which means it's basically 2020. Like just like that. It's insane, but it's also so exciting because just all the possibilities and all of really the fact that we're closing out a year, it's huge. So I am so excited for tonight's team call, but first I have a few announcements. So the first announcement I have is that I am starting a coach mentorship. It's an intensified coach mentorship, really looking for those who are ready to kind of level up in their business. We started today, but nothing is officially really started. So if you are interested in that, it's working alongside me and a ton of other top leaders in the company, as well as Josh Coates, which y'all get the pleasure of meeting every first Wednesday of the month or every second Wednesday of the month. We all teamed up to run this together. There's gonna be tons of prizes, tons of competition. It's going to be so much fun. So if you did not see my announcement about that and you're interested, make sure that you email me or text me so that I know. The second announcement is for the rest of the year, we will be doing team calls every other week. I know with the holidays coming up, we are so busy, and the last thing we need is more training during a hustle season, meaning we're hustling to try to close out the year with a bang. So we are going to be having them every other Monday until January, until something changes. So this month, next month, we will have it on the second Monday and then the fourth Monday because I will be out of town this weekend. So that is my second announcement. And now I think that's it. So let's go ahead and get into the topic all about content creation. And this is something that is, hold on, let me clear my screen. It's something huge for coaching because all of our business is based around social media and creating content, not only that conveys our story and conveys our message, but also looks appealing and is posted to sell. And so that is something that I really want to go over my process with you guys so that I can share with you how I think about the week. So I always plan my content for the week, meaning the topics, not really the posts. Sometimes if ones come up to me, I'll go ahead and jot them down, but I always plan the content based on what I'm doing. So like I'm about to open enrollment for my boot camp and it's going to be all about nutrition and nourishing through the holidays. And so I know my content is a lot going to be geared towards nutrition, making sure that we're balancing through the holidays and getting through the time where we're not focused on us and actually focusing on us. And so that's what my content's going to be geared towards. Maybe you are opening up for a coach sneak peek so that you know that you're going to do a coach sneak peek. So you want to gear your content towards that. So I'm going to kind of go through my planning process with you guys. And then we're going to go over some ideas on how I plan. So I'm going to take you actually through my phone, take you through the whole thing, and then we're going to talk about the editing of pictures and I'll open up for questions. So let me pull this up so then I can get y'all to see this. All right. Loading. So really when it comes to planning, I like to use my planner. I like to use my weekly view of my planner to be able to really focus on where I need to, there finally people are seeing it. Okay, great. So where I need to be able to focus my energy at. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. I'm about to have to come out of this jacket because I am so hot. All right, so here is my planner. Can y'all see that? Alyssa, you're the only camera that's on. Can you see that? Okay, perfect. So this is what my digital planner looks like. You guys can use a paper planner. It doesn't matter. But I like to use the weekly view for planning out my content. My favorite time to do this is Sunday. It's when I plan my week. It's when I plan everything. I like to sit down with a cup of joe if I have enough caffeine allowance, pregnancy problems. But I like to sit here and think, okay, so what do I really want to convey this week? And so I'm going to actually use this as if it's this week, which it is. And so what I'm planning to do this week, which is my boot camp. So I'm opening enrollment for my boot camp. So I actually will put open open. Why is that working? Okay. Okay, so open enrollment for November. So I like to put that there just so that I know that I'm going to be opening up that enrollment for November. So I know I need a lot of boot camp posts, okay? So this is what works for me, and what works for me might not work for you, but I like to use this thought. So you always want to do a transformation every single week, right? You want to share transformation once a week, if not 2 times a week. I usually do it 2 times a week. And so I always write down what my AM post is going to be. So right here, I'll put AM and then PM. So my AM post is usually a motivational post. It's usually my workout post. And I like to do them every other day. But you might want to do something different. So I don't like to use way too many sweaty selfies. I feel like it makes your page look kind of cluttered. And it just looks like you're just a beach buddy coach. You have nothing about you. So I like to alternate them. And that's my thought process is we all talk about our 5 things, right? The 5 things that make you you. For me, it's being a mom, being a coach, meaning I like to motivate women, to inspire women, being into fitness. I love fitness. I believe in balance. And then my pregnancy journey right now. It used to be margaritas, but let's be real, I can't really post about those right now. So I'm doing a lot more of my pregnancy journey. So I always do, like I said, AM, PM. We're going to copy that. Paste. Hold on. Okay, perfect. So like for Monday, it's Monday. Everybody wants to feel motivated. They want to feel encouraged. They want to have that jolt of motivation in the morning. And so I always do some kind of motivational post. It's usually a motivational fitness post because that is the day where, I mean, guys, let's be real. That was the day we all started over, or that was the day we all contemplated about starting over or starting our journey. And so we're looking for that jolt of motivation if we haven't started to get started that day. And so I would write motivational fitness. And so I know that I want to do a motivational fitness post. So that'll be my AM post. So then tomorrow, which is Tuesday, my AM post might be for the business, which is what it's going to be tomorrow because I'm going to be opening up my coach sneak peek. So then I would do business. You see how I don't have any 2 days the exact same thing because y'all, we have a lot about us that we want to share and we need to make sure that we're sharing it all kind of strategically. So you have to think what you have going on that week. So we've got our motivational fitness and our business. So for the PM, maybe you want to do a motivational post, or maybe you want to do some kind of fun, entertaining post, engagement. So I love to do engagement posts on Monday just because it really helps with them seeing your transformation post the next day and with the algorithm and stuff. So I will put engagement. And what I mean by an engagement post, meaning drop an emoji if you love Christmas, or, what's your favorite holiday? Lately, I'm all about Christmas. So I'm asking people tons of engagement posts about Christmas. But it's really just getting them to know you, but also interact with you. Because the more they interact with you, the more you're possible to send them a message and say, oh my gosh, girlfriend, you love Christmas just as much as me. That is amazing. What's your favorite Hallmark movie? Or something like that, just so you guys can start the conversation and really get to know each other and be able to establish that relationship so you can sell them a challenge pack, okay? So now we've got motivation, fitness, engagement, business. So my Tuesday PM is always a transformation. So my transformation post is just that. I always like to do a transformational Tuesday. I feel like they get the most engagement. People are looking for them. And I like to do them in the evening because most people are at work during the day. Most people aren't on Instagram. Most people are on Instagram usually around like 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time when the kiddos go to bed or when they're sitting there scrolling, freaking watching TV or something like that. You know how it is. And so I like to really make sure that I post my important stuff that evening. I always do 2 posts a day, y'all. It's easier. Some people say 3, some people say more. 2 is really easy because a lot of us work. And so we really need to post 1 in the morning and 1 in the evening. And this really just takes that simplicity out of it. Okay. So there we go. We've got Monday and Tuesday. So Wednesday, I'll do another fitness post, and it might be something motivational also, fitness. You see how it's every other day I do a fitness post? So they know I'm about fitness, but that's not all I'm about. So then Thursday, I might do a, pregnancy post, because that's when I hit a new week. So pregnancy. I don't even know if I spelled that right. So you see how I'm making all of my things throughout the week. You people want to know what you're about, and they want to know it consistently. So you need to make sure that every single week you're sharing all 5 things. All 5 things in at least 1 post. So when they come to your page to decide if they want to follow you, they're going to say, oh, she's pregnant too? Okay, I'm going to follow her. Even if they're not into fitness, they're into sharing your pregnancy journey. Or, oh, she loves Old Navy. I'm obsessed too. I'm going to follow her to see the new outfits. They might not be following you for your fitness journey, but they're following me for something else. But if we only post about fitness, if we only post about nutrition, if we only post about, why this challenge pack is great and why you should join me, they're never going to want to, because we're never presenting value. There's this thing called jab, jab, right hook, right? So we're jabbing, and then we're going to hit them with the right hook, meaning we're providing value, and then we're inviting them. We're providing value, and then we're asking for something. If we're continuously inviting, saying, join me, then they're never going to want to, because they're going to be like, homie, like, why else are you here except to just try to sell me something, right? And so that's really why we want to make sure that we're giving all of us. And so now, Fridays and Saturdays, I never put my valuable stuff, meaning my good content, on Fridays and Saturdays. Y'all want to know why? Ain't nobody worried about social media on Fridays and Saturdays. Like, I swear engagement is just always down on Fridays and Saturdays. And so those are the days that I really like to give stuff that they just find funny or get to know my family. And so on Saturdays, I always, Saturdays? Family post. And that family post might be my boot camp family, because we have our boot camp calls every Saturday, or just a family post with me and my daughter so that they can get to know us. You see, that's not selling them. That's not trying to convince them to join me. It's just showing them that I have a daughter too. You have a daughter. We can relate there. Or, I'm doing this boot camp and these people are my family. Maybe you need to join this, and thinking about that. Okay. And so this is just kind of like my process of thinking. Sundays, I always do a transformation again. The exact transformation. Y'all, I'm writing so big on this. Just for the simple fact that people are ready, again, to start over, to make a change come Monday. You see, this is all strategically planned out. So maybe your engagement is higher on other days. And I'm actually going to show you how I know when my engagement is high, so that you can also know this, so you can be able to plan your days according. So homework, and then I'll move on to the next thing. So the homework I want you to do is I want you to write down your 5 things, okay? So what are the 5 things that make you you? And y'all, I'm going to tell you to do this every single day, every single time, because this is important. So what are the things that make you you, other than fitness, other than coaching? Because I know you love those things. You wouldn't be here spending your Monday night with me if you didn't. So we really need to dig deep on the other stuff that you love and the other stuff about you. Okay, you're a mom. Are you a girl mom? A toddler girl mom? Okay, great. Like, are you a hot mess mom? Are you going to share about how imperfect your life is? holla, because that's all I am. Like, we just need to dig deep so people can relate on those levels. They're not going to always follow you because of your fitness. I have a link on my bootcamp application, like, why do you follow me, or why do you want to join me? And all the time they're like, because your mommy and me outfits are so freaking cute, or because you're obsessed with Old Navy just like me and I know we're going to be best friends. Like, stupid stuff like that. Like, they didn't follow me because I posted a sick transformation and I lost a ton of weight. They usually could give two shits about that. They're following you and they're joining you because of another reason, but you have to make sure that you're giving them that other reason to follow you, okay? All right, so I'm going to disconnect this one, and then we are going to go over to my phone, and I'm actually going to share with you how I plan, so how I make my feed look cohesive, how I schedule posts, because, you know, we all do not want to be on our phone forever. And then also how I see which my engagement days are. Can you guys see that? Just trying to make sure y'all can see that. Y'all see that? Yep. Okay, perfect. So you will see here that I have an app called Plann, Plann. This app will actually show you how your feed will look before you post anything. It'll show you, you can save hashtags in here. So your best performing hashtags, it's free, which is really, really awesome, and it can help you. So performance, it'll also show you, if it loads, which of your posts are most loved, most liked, so you know what your followers want from you, why they're following you, why they're wanting to join you, why are they wanting to look at your page. So here's one of mine is a transformation photo, but a lot of them, like a pregnancy and then my relationship. So a lot of them aren't really interested in my beach body right now until I slide into their DMs. They're more interested in my relationship with my husband or my pregnancy, how that stuff is going. So it really helps to be able to see that, or my Christmas decor. So you see that not many of them are, or my pizza, not many of them are the fitness related stuff. And then here it shows you actually what your best time to post is based on your performance in the last week. So here, Sunday at 6 p.m. is my best time to post throughout the whole week. Then I have Friday at 4 p.m., Tuesday at 5 p.m., Saturday at 6 p.m., Monday at 11 a.m., Wednesday at 4 p.m., Thursday at 10 a.m. So I always remind myself to post things when this says that my best engagement is. It's not foolproof. Sometimes it doesn't work, but it gives you at least some strategic plan to be able to get a lot of engagement on your post. I don't really use this other part. So I'll show you how. Now, so here's what I do to make sure that my page looks cohesive. That's one of the C's, right? So we've gone through content. We've gone through content creation. Now we're going to go through cohesiveness. Cohesiveness is making sure that your page goes together and flows together, and it's not a mess. And so one thing I really want you to focus on is, are you putting two photos next to each other that are exactly alike? Because you never really want to do that. So you don't want to have two photos next to each other with the same pose, or two photos next to each other just a selfie, or two fitness photos next to each other, two transformation photos next to each other. You really want to break it up and make sure that it looks cohesive. And so here you can see that I have a business looking photo of me, then a transformation, then a holiday. And so it's all different stuff. And so how I look and how I make sure it looks good is you can actually hit this add button up here, and you can go to device, and like say I want to enter, well, not favorites. No. Y'all, I have like a disgusting amount of photos, so don't look at it. So I want to put this cute picture of Riley on there. So I'll add that and make sure that it looks good together. Y'all, it takes 2 seconds to put a photo in here and say, is this going to look good on my feed? I know you're like, well, fuck, I don't really want to make an extra step. Like, that's just a lot more work. I just want to get it up and get it out. But this extra step really helps with the look of your Instagram, which helps with your engagement, which then helps with people who follow you. You know, if you go onto a page and it's all over the place, you're like, oh my God, I don't even know where to look. I'm just backing out. But if their page is cohesive, if their page is bright, or it all looks good together, you're like, ooh, homegirl is killing it. Like, what is she doing? Her pictures look so good. So it makes you stay around. It might make you follow her. And then you look into her content. Then you look into what she's about, right? So that's something to really just add that extra step. Another thing that you can do is actually schedule and set reminders for your posts. So you're busy. We're all busy. So making sure that we post every day is essential to our business. So this just makes it flawless. So you can set a reminder and say, okay, this photo with this caption, I need to post Tuesday at 9:30 a.m. And then it's going to remind you when you need to post it so that it can be posted at the time that's best suited for your engagement, okay? And I know this sounds like a lot, and I know this sounds overwhelming, but girlfriend, just these couple little steps into making sure that your page looks good together really does help with the entire feed of it, the entire cohesiveness of it, okay? Oh, girl, it's all Instagram presets. We're about to go over them. Because like seriously, just putting that little bit of effort makes people think you're more important than what you are. Like Alyssa now knows that I am literally a mom from Loganville, Georgia, who wears 4-day-old hair and is literally in her underwear and a t-shirt right now. Like that is my life. I'm no celebrity, but it makes your page look like you're a lot more important, or that your life is a lot more interesting than what it is. Like if you looked at this page, you would look like, oh, she actually has a life. Like she's doing stuff. But really every single one of these are in my house or right outside of my house in different angles. And so you don't have to do stuff with your life to make it look like you do stuff with your life on Instagram. And I know you're like, well, I don't really like that. It takes a lot of thinking and stuff. Dude, this is a job. Like this is our business. And if we don't put effort into it, it's not going to pay us back anything. We have to treat it like a business to make it a business. And so that means taking the extra steps to posing a photo, taking the extra steps to add it into this plan app to say, does this look good together? That's Riley and my big old belly. Does this look good together or whatever? It's taking those extra initiatives to really make sure a page is pop. Like I've had coaches message me all the time, like, how did you learn posing? How did you learn make this content? Like your page looks almost like blogger-ish. Like I wouldn't even think you were a Beachbody coach. And that is why I've been successful. And I'm not even lying to you guys. That's why. Because when you look at this page, it doesn't scream, oh my God, she's a Beachbody coach and she's trying to sell me shit. It looks like a freaking person that has a rad life and enjoys shit ton of pizza and Christmas decorations. And she has a lot of friends. Even if she doesn't have a lot of friends, it looks like she does. And I want a lot of friends. Like that's what it's all about, is making them want to follow you. And then they're going to start figuring out you're about Beachbody. But they've already fallen in love with you and the content you're providing. By the time they think about that, they aren't like, ew, she's an icky MLM person, I'm going to unfollow her. They're like, well, she like really shares really good pictures about pizza and her pregnancy belly is like getting so cute. And I want to see what the gender is. So like, I'm going to keep around. Oh my gosh, she's not announcing the name yet. I need to stick around to find the name. Like people are freaking out that I'm not even telling them the name of the baby yet. But it's because it adds that suspense and it keeps them around enough to buy something. We all know how many interactions it takes for somebody to decide to buy something. That means we've got to keep them around for that long amount of time. So we have to provide them other value, okay? So like I said, y'all, recap. Focus on your pictures. Take the extra steps. Y'all, YouTube is the holy grail. Or follow other bloggers. I literally look at like fashion bloggers and stuff and I'm like, oh my God, that's a really cute pose. I'm going to say that and then I'm going to repeat it because I couldn't have ever thought about that. Or, oh, I'm going to act like I'm fake laughing in a photo. Oh God, I thought that would look really stupid, but it really didn't look stupid. Okay, I can keep this. Like right here, I'm like, I probably look like an idiot, but it turned out cute. And that's just the whole thing. It's trial and error, trial and error. But I'm telling you guys, behind every good photo, there are tons that did not make the cut. Let me look at my deleted. I don't even know if I've deleted. You see this? Like, I was looking at a bump on my tongue there, but you see all these pictures that got deleted, tons and tons that are the exact same pose, that are the exact same everything, but I deleted them because they weren't good enough for Instagram. And so that's just, again, taking the little bits of steps to making it all look flawless. Okay, so we've talked about that now. Now making your page cohesive. So download that plan app and play around with it. Schedule some posts, see what they look like together, and think, would I follow this person? And if the answer is no, then guess what? You need to change something. You need to make something different. And maybe that's just adding an Instagram preset. And so what a Lightroom preset is what mine is. It basically makes your page cohesive and you ain't got to think about it. Y'all, I don't know how to edit photos. I don't know how to make them cute. I literally slap a preset on that, edit it a little bit, and call it a day. Because I'm not a photographer. I don't claim to be. So I hired somebody, meaning I bought a thing on Etsy to make it easier for myself. And so this is exactly what you do when you want a Lightroom preset. I'm going to show you. I just bought stickers for my digital planner. Hold on. So you go right here and say Lightroom presets. This is exactly what I did to buy mine. Mine is a Florence one. And I don't know if it's on here right now, but I don't know. But so like you can look at these, y'all. They go on and on and on and on, like tons of presets. So there's like unlimited options. Just choose one that you feel like is going to go with your space and with your vibe. If you have house that your walls are brown, I would not recommend doing a white preset. You're going to look like Casper the Friendly Ghost. Like, it's just simple things like that, knowing your surroundings and then picking something that goes along with it. And so, like, say you would want to do this Insta blogger one. Like, oh, that's cute. She makes it look really cute, but, you know, whatever. It's $3. $3 to make your page look a freaking amazing. So then you purchase that, and it gives you directions on how to upload it to Lightroom. And Lightroom is this app, which is just a photo editing app. And it's so easy on how to upload your photos in there and how to edit them. So all you do is hit this plus sign in the right-hand corner and you will get a photo. So let me look for one that's not edited yet. Okay, so here's one of me and Riley at whatchamacallit. What's this? Halloween. And so you see how it's dingy, the sky's all dark, like you can barely see us. So you scroll over here to presets because you uploaded your preset in there. And I use the preset called Florence, and you can actually find it on Etsy. I think it's like, let me see. Lightroom preset Florence. Let me see if I can find it for you guys. There it is. So it was $6. Like, that's it to make your photos transform. And so you can see here that I type in Florence, and it actually comes with a 3-pack. So it comes with 3 different options, so I can see which one looks best on my photo. So that's that one. Then you have cool, which makes it like cooler tones, and then you have dark. And so I like the cooler one for outside. And so I would just hit select, and then I would edit it to make it how I like it. So I would color it. I like to warm it up just a little bit. I will brighten it just a little bit. And then I take the highlight off. And then I think that's it. Yeah, so that's it. And then that's a transform photo. Sometimes if I don't like how that edited, I will open in, and it's something called Snapseed. Literally the only reason I have this app is because you can do ambience, and I honestly have no idea what ambience is. Like, I don't know. I say it adds that glow that, you know, you're supposed to have when you're pregnant, or like when you're like in love or something like that, but I never had it. But it really transforms the photo like this. So you see ambience, brightness, highlight, and then you just, I would crop it. So I would do tools and crop and make it a square. and then save it. And that would be edit. And you see how long that took me to completely transform that picture. It took me, what? I don't know. I didn't even time it. Like 30 seconds to make the photo look appealing. And that's just the difference between not trying and trying. Y'all, there was one time where let me stop this share. There was one time where I would just throw pictures up there any which way. I didn't care if they were sweaty selfies next to each other. I didn't care anything because no one took the time to teach me how to do this and the way to do this the best way, right? Like I didn't know how to edit this photo and change this here and move this. And like, I didn't know that, oh, maybe I shouldn't do 3 sweaty selfies back to back, or maybe I should edit it a little bit. And so that's one thing good about not learning, because then you are self-efficient and you figure it out. But y'all, that's what I'm here for, is to help you with that and to really help you with engagement and really help you transform. You probably follow other Beachbody coaches or people who say they're Beachbody coaches. And then you look at their page and you're like, I mean, she's a Beachbody coach. Or like you look at their page and you're like, oh my God, she's definitely a Beachbody coach. You don't want that. You want people almost to not think you're a Beachbody coach, because you're sharing so much more of your life that Beachbody is, I don't want to say almost an afterthought, but you're drilling people in with other realms of your life so that they then are like, oh, okay, I want to see what this whole fitness thing is about, or what all these workouts are about. It's really making them engage with you and fall in love with you before they find out your Beachbody. And we have to think all the successful coaches in the top of the network, we follow them, right? Or some of you look at their pages. Are their pages cohesive? Yes. Do they put effort into it? Yes. Do they make their page with a Lightroom preset? Probably, or at least they brighten it or edit it. So then why do we think we don't need to do that? Why do we think we don't need to put that effort in? If your goal is to be a top coach, if your goal is to, retire yourself, or at least to help freaking change a life, you have to put effort into it. And one that starts with posting every single day. And so you have to think, are you posting every single day? Are you sharing what you're doing every single day? And if the answer is no, that's the first place you need to focus. And then the second thing is, are you providing value? Are you telling them what your life is about other than Beachbody, other than fitness, other than coaching, other than your love for helping women? No, then you need to start telling them more about your life. And I don't want to hear the bullshit of, well, I don't leave my house, or I have nothing like entertaining about me. Y'all, I literally never leave my house. I literally never undo, like, now that I'm pregnant and I feel like disgusting half the time, and I know pregnancy, it's beautiful getting the bump. Like, no, your pants don't fit. You feel like a fat lard. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. I hate it. I hate everything about being pregnant. And I'm just not gonna lie about that. So like, even though right now it's hard for me, we still have to focus on the things in our life that we can share. And so if it's hard for you right now, if you're not loving the way you look, if you're not loving where your life is, faith it till you make it. Look at the good things that are going on in your life. Look at the things that you're grateful for. And that's where gratitude comes in. If you're grateful for your kid, share why you're grateful for your kid, or share some fun thing you do with your kid. Maybe it's just sitting on the floor playing blocks. If you're grateful for the afternoon walk that you're going on, hey, guess what? Share that walk. Share why you're grateful for it. Just sharing the things that you're enjoying in your life really help people connect with you on another level. Y'all, I'm telling you, I was not always good at social media. And so I think some of us think, oh, these people are always good at social media. They always knew how to do this stuff. Y'all, this was my page when I first started coaching. Like, across like before and afters, up and down, like everything that I tell you guys not to do, I did. And so seriously, like before and after, like it was ugly. It was bad. But guess what? You learn as you grow. You learn. Like you see right here, it was really bad. Then it got bad. Here, it was bad. Like sharing pictures of my food, like disgusting. Like, y'all, we all start somewhere. And so if you're thinking like, I can never do this, I can never find a preset, I can never figure out this Lightroom stuff, like I don't even know what to post, like we figure it out as we go. And then one day You decide, oh, I know how to use Lightroom. I'm going to edit and brighten my photos. And then you learn how to use a preset and it starts looking better and it starts getting more cohesive. And then you figure out a different way to preset. So your page changes and you just learn as you go. Y'all, we don't have to be perfect right now. We just have to learn as we go and we have to get better as we go. Y'all, it's been an evolution of changing and brightening. You see, like, it looks different every single place I go because I've learned as I've gone and I've learned how to edit the way that my body likes it. And now it's completely different. And so really just figuring out what works best for you. And the first time you do it, it's not going to be the best. The second time you do it, it's not going to be the best. The third time, it's going to get a little better. And by the fourth time, you're going to finally feel like you've got the hang of it. And then by the fifth and sixth, you're going to be like, okay, I just want to change my vibe. And so don't think that you have to do this and do it perfect the first time. Enneagram 3s, I feel like I have to do everything and do it perfect or not do it at all. And if I'm not the best, I might as well not do it. And that's something that is just not true, that we've got to figure out as we go. And we really have to just work on being a better us every single time. And so I want to leave you guys with some homework. And then if anybody has any questions after the homework, we can get to them. So the first thing is pick your 5 things. Pick what makes you you. And only one of those can be Beachbody, which is usually your fitness and your coaching. So what are 4 other things that make you you and what will bring people to you, okay? The second thing, I want you to plan your week of content, meaning what am I going to post about for the week? So are you opening up a boot camp? Are you doing a coach mentorship? Or are you inviting to a sneak peek? Plan your content around there and make sure that you include all 5 things throughout the week. So that's the second thing. The third thing is if you don't have a Lightroom preset yet, buy one. They're like $3, $4 on Etsy. They're worth every single penny because they will transform your business like nobody's business. And then just watch some YouTube videos or figure it out. Y'all, that's the best thing is we just figure it out as we go. And then the last thing is be okay with failing. Like that's your homework assignment. Don't feel like you have to do this perfect. Don't feel like you're going to be a failure if you don't. Like just figure it out as you go and we'll figure this out together. Okay. So I really, really want you guys to try to just put some effort into it. I know that you're like, this is just another thing I have to add to my plate. But honestly, aside from inviting, aside from growing your network, this is one of the most important things to bring in a thriving business. So really making sure that we are successful in that manner is bringing in great content. So those are my top tips, how I edit photos, how I find presets. Does anybody have any questions before we close off? If you do, you can just unmute yourself. If not, then we'll just end it. No questions? All right, perfect. Well, then I'm going to hope that everybody understood that. And I'm hoping everybody has got this down and is ready to crush their content. Like I said, Monday, we're not going to have a team call. I'll be out of town. But the next Monday we will. And then it'll be every other Monday after that because we're going into push time, y'all. We are really going in to the last 60 days of the year. And so I really don't want to overwhelm you with training, overwhelm you with calls. We really need to put more action. So I'll just be doing lives in the group. We'll be doing power hours. Y'all, we have till November 14th to qualify to become an elite team. So I'm in a push group right now with some girls that are on freaking fire and it possibly could happen. And so I want you to think like, do you want to be there? Do you want to be a part of that? Because y'all, we're doing amazing things. And I know Alyssa will say like, the freaking vibe is just magnetic. And I know with the girls that we have in there that we can make elite happen in the next 2 weeks because we have that much fire. And so if you really want it, then come hang out with us. Come join. We just started today. I will be taking in new people throughout this week. Oh, we have a question. Hold on. How how do you make the slideshows for your boot camps on Instagram? Does it have to be a business account? So I do those through Canva or an app. I can actually show you what app I do. I really like that I figured out how to mirror my phone. I like feel super official right now. I literally had to Google and YouTube this, but y'all, we figure things out if we don't know them, right? So this app is called Unfold, and you'll see it right there in the right-hand corner. And that's how I usually make my announcements. So you'll see it actually saves all of them. So I have like boot camp enrollment, Nourish Through the Holidays, which is my new boot camp coming out. I have a coaching one, and you can make the slides through there. It's completely free, and you just can add the stuff and add the messages and stuff like that. I just found it in the App Store, and it's a game changer. It was super easy to do, and I usually make it on like a Sunday, and then I'll usually make one and change it throughout the month. So if like 1 month I'm doing this boot camp and this one, I'll just change it a little bit so I can keep using it. I don't usually create a new one every time. So you're welcome, Alma. Okay, perfect. So I guess we're gonna go ahead and hop off. I've got some more work to do. I gotta get my invites in. I still haven't got them in, but I will check in with my push girls to let you guys know that I got them done. And y'all, we've got 2 weeks to make Elite happen. And I know that it's going to happen with these girls. And I know that I'm going to put in the work because I've got a lot of work to do. And we all have a lot of work to do. And I think that's going to be one great thing is we're going to do it all together. So if you want to be a part of it, like I said, let me know. But if not, then just hang out. All right. Love you guys. Bye.